Good afternoon,
Good
everybody.
afternoon.
It is us again.
Yes.
Minister Joe Stevens and Coach Irene Stevens. And as promised, we are bringing you another segment.
Back with another one.
Yes, we're on our way out of town for vacation. But we wanted to do this before we got on the road. And we'll be back in a week. And we will still do, while we're on vacation, we will do another segment. Because we promised God that we would do it, and we promised you. So we're in the habit of keeping our promises.
Yes.
So today's topic is, does love conquer all? And I want you to think about it from a personal standpoint and from a biblical standpoint. We're going to cover both areas, personal and biblical. So ask yourself, does love conquer all in your life? What do you think?
I would say on a broad scale, no, love does not conquer all, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. So we're going to dig into some things. We're going to break it down to you because our carnal minds, or we as humans, would probably say, no, love does not conquer all. But it is an old saying, and let's dig into it right now. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to ask questions. And we don't know everything. You know, we do a lot of studying. We don't know everything, so we would like to have your input. All right, so love conquers all suggests love's strength to overcome challenges, but practically it is a complex mix. Love provides motivation. It provides resilience, it provides support, but it isn't a magical fix for all problems, and it requires effort, compromise, communication, and practical solutions alongside emotion to truly thrive. You agree with that?
I do.
All right. So while love can fuel incredible acts and bridge divides, real life involves issues like finances. You know, when that money's short, it may test your love. Differing values or physical limitations that demand more than just affection to resolve. And you can talk, you know, with your spouse or your friend or your neighbor or whoever about what physical limitations may test your love for another person. Because sometimes we can't help physical limitations. You want to add anything? All right, keep going. So let's talk about how love helps. Overcomes fear and hatred. Love can replace negative emotions with compassion, forgiveness, and understanding. Now, I've taken some of these ideas or some of these extracts from LinkedIn. Do they have opinions? Quora, and an online therapist, and Psychology Today. So I'm not just pulling these things out of the air. I am actually doing research. Love also helps by, let's say, inspires resilience. It provides strength and courage to face adversity and not give up, right? And bridges divides. It bridges divides. Genuine love can help people overcome social, cultural, and personal differences.
Right. So here in today's society, even in this country, we kind of at a loss when it comes to, I don't know if that's the word I want to use, more so a deficit as far as love when it comes to bridging the divides here in the cultural differences here in America. We're seeing it, you know, play out publicly where, you know, if you're of a different culture or a different nationality or from a different country, you know, you're not being treated equally as others may be treated, all because of your differences, whether it's your skin color, your accent, whether you may have recently entered the country,
Your sex.
Yeah, your sex as well. So we're seeing a lot of that play out in real time right now, where love is not love is not being the median for how we conduct ourselves right now.
Okay, I like that. So let's talk about, we just talked about how love helps. Let's talk about limitations of love now. It's not a solution for everything. Love doesn't automatically solve practical problems like debt or health crisis. These need concrete action. Okay? Now, love can be an action word, but these need concrete action. Requires more than emotion. Let's talk about that. Relationships need communication. Because if you're not communicating, are you really loving that person? It takes more effort. It takes compromise. If I have an opinion, he has an opinion, and we keep our same opinions and we don't compromise, is that real love? And shared values to succeed, not just love. All right? So although we are different, we've talked about it before, how different we are. I'm more of an extrovert, he's more of an introvert, but we have the same values. A lot of the same values. I won't say all of them, but a lot of the same values. Okay? All right. So we talked about, we gave you what love conquering all, what it's supposed to mean, and how it helps, and the limitations of love. Now, a balanced view. Let's go into that. Love is a powerful foundation and motivator, but is one tool, just one among many. Now, I want you to think about it and come up with some more tools that that you need to be balanced. Again, I'm gonna read it again. Love is a powerful foundation and motivator, but it's one tool among many. And this is when we're talking about love conquering all.
So yeah, you need more than just love. You need love. You need patience. You need to be kind. And sometimes, sometimes you need to be quiet. Sometimes, we act on our mental emotion or our thoughts, and we say, the first thing that comes to our mind, and maybe when we have a difference of opinion with someone, instead of maybe just being quiet for a little while, maybe find a different way to say what you need to say, or maybe not say nothing at all if it's gonna prevent from there being an altercation. So you just gotta find those other tools that will help illuminate your love, or that help push your love for the situation or the relationship of the person. So you need that whole set of tools to maybe work out in the relationship or the situation or the circumstance.
Okay. So let's talk about being quiet in a relationship. If we are talking and you're quiet, that may get on my nerves.
Right.
I don't suggest that for us. The being quiet piece may work for you, but it may not work for, and then again, if I know him and if I love him, then I may understand that. But it's all about knowing the person that you're around, whether it's a family member, whether it's someone on your job, whether it's your spouse, whatever.
Right.
All right. So true strength comes from love combined with practical skills, commitment, and shared purpose. That's true strength. And also, self-love is crucial for building strong mutual relationships. You gotta love yourself.
Yeah. I mean, how can you love someone else if you haven't yet to learn how to love yourself? Because a relationship is like a team, like a basketball team. You have to learn how to be a good basketball player before you can be part of a basketball team or a successful basketball team. So you got to learn love for yourself, and then figure out, once you're in a relationship, figure out how it works, between yourself and someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So our dog just came down. You can hear the click, click, click of the toenails. Sit down. All right. So let's talk about love when it pertains to the Bible. So, love conquering all when it pertains to the Bible. So the exact phrase "love conquers all" is not in the Bible, but the concept is central, powerfully expressed in verses in places like Corinthians, Romans. 1 Corinthians 13:7, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. And in Romans chapter 8 verse 37, in all things we are more than conquerors through him who loves us. Right? You want to jump in here or you want me to keep going?
Keep going, let's dig into the scripture.
All right. So the Bible teaches that God's powerful, sacrificial love, and that's that agape love, that unconditional love. You know, there's several types of love, but the unconditional one, which is agape love, is the highest one. It's the more powerful one. That one overcomes sin, fear, and evil, offering ultimate victory and covering many wrongs, like finances or infidelity or hatred or envy or spite, whatever. But it emphasizes that this power comes from God and requires human response, not just sentiment. So love, if it's just sentiment, as we were talking earlier, love doesn't conquer all, and he said it covers a lot, but it doesn't cover all because it covers a multitude of things. It emphasizes that this power comes from God. So that's why we as humans can feel like, no, love does not conquer all, because if you lose your job and you can't provide for me, you, and the family, then I'm going somewhere else or whatever, right?
That's true.
All right. Or if you get sick, you know, and you can't provide or you can't perform, whatever that means. I don't know, just, you know, it may pertain to somebody out there. Then no, it's not going to work. I don't love you that much.
So you really have to, when you're in a relationship, you really have to ask yourself that question. Do I love this person for real? Am I going to love them, you know, if they get sick? Am I going to love them if the current circumstances change,
right?
Whether it's financial, whether it's physical, whether it's, you know, emotional, am I going to love this person the same? If they have a change in their life where, you know, their parents get older and maybe their parent or parents have to move in, am I going to love this person because our living situation has changed?
Right.
If they've lost their job or they've had to take a pay cut, am I going to love this person after we're not, you know, after our finances have changed?
Mm-hmm. After we have to go on vacation once every 5 years as opposed to every year.
Right.
Right.
You know, is that love going to be the same? So you know, you really have to you know, ask yourself that question, and you know, if the answer is no, that's okay. That doesn't mean that there's some growth that has to take place. There's some development that has to take place. That's all. Definitely.
Let me tell you, I want to say that love kind of conquers all, because he's been out. He was out. He's back at work now, but he's been out with this bad ankle that he broke, and he had to be out for a while with me in the house. I'm already retired, already doing my own thing, want to be at home by myself, do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. But he was in the way, right? And I had to wait on him. But, you know, because, you know, our vow said, for richer or for poor. And oh yeah, he didn't get paid a few times too. For richer or for poor in sickness, for better for worse, richer for poor and sickness and in health. He was unhealthy. And he won't get a paycheck. And love had to conquer all. If I were living in the flesh or in, you know, my carnal mind, or just being just straight out human, he was getting on my nerves. But if I was to think about that agape love that we talk about in these scriptures and in the Bible, that powerful love that God, you know, he loves all of us, then that's what got me through. Okay, that's exactly what got me through. Nothing else. He didn't get me through it. God got me through it. All right. So some key biblical concepts and verses in reference to love and how it really should conquer all. So again, in 1 Corinthians, a little bit different. 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 8. Again, if you're going to turn to it, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8. Describes what love is. Love is patient, love is kind, and love bears, love hopes, and love endures. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. Above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. And then I have two more. Romans 8, verse 37. No, in all things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. That's when you overcome through love. And in 1 John chapter 4, verse 16, whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them, because God is love.
I think you forgot one there. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Whosoever shall believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And notice where that scripture doesn't just end at so God so loved the world. It says so God so loved the world that he did what? Gave his only begotten Son. So you it's not just enough to love, but there has to be some action behind it. They said faith without works is dead, love without works is dead. So you see where God gave his only begotten Son, so who shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So with your love, you got to put some work behind it there. Love takes work. Love takes time, and love takes work. It really does.
And just think about it. You only have to love your children, your friends, your co-workers, your neighbors. God has to love all of that times however many times. That's a lot. And if he can do it, we can try to do it. And love does. I like that. I didn't miss John 3:16. The Lord didn't give it to me. Gave it to him. Didn't give it to me. But that's a good one. For God so loved the world. He didn't just love the world. Like you said, he didn't stop at that. He gave his only begotten Son. That's an action word. Because I think that I'm giving an example. You love me, but that's not enough. That's not enough for him to say he does. I know he will work 1,000 jobs if he had to make sure that I'm comfortable, to make sure that I'm taken care of. He didn't have to do that, but if he had to do that, I know he would. So thank you in advance. Just in case I need you to work. Just in case. All right. So let's move on. How the Bible explains love's power. Because love is powerful. Divine source. True conquering love originates from God. It originates from God. It doesn't originate from us. Who is love? It's not just a human feeling. That's why love doesn't conquer all when it comes to just plain old human feelings. All right. Action and endurance. It is an active force that persists through hardship and covers failings, not a passive emotion. Cannot be a passive emotion. Overcoming evil. God's love demonstrated through Christ conquers death, sin, and spiritual obstacles, making believers what? More than conquerors. So in essence, while the precise English phrase love conquers all isn't in the Bible teaches that God's love is the ultimate conquering power, enabling believers to overcome all challenges. Not some challenges, but all challenges through him.
Absolutely.
So think about it. Ask yourself the question, does love conquer all? Do you have the ability to compromise? Do you have the ability to forgive? Do you have the ability to shake some stuff off, to forget some stuff, to, just be okay and love with that agape love. If you're thinking about getting married, or if you are married, or if you're in a relationship or whatever, you got to ask yourself those questions, because marriage isn't easy. Relationships aren't easy.
Yeah, and if you ask yourself those questions and your answer is no, I don't have that love, then pray to God for the strength. Pray to God to give you that love, to be in a strong relationship. Pray to God to help you develop that kind of love where you can love your significant other, your family, your friends, your neighbors. If you don't have that, if you don't possess that, that's the best thing you can do, is ask God for the strength. Ask God to help you love, because God is love.
Yeah, and you have to be honest with yourself. I mean, because I got some neighbors that get on my nerves. There's some people in this world that get on my nerves, and I try to get along. I do. You may have someone on your job you don't speak to. They don't speak to you. Let's say they don't speak to you. You gotta love them anyway. You don't may not like them, but you just need to love them, right? Love the heck out of them, and there's nothing they can do about it. You can speak if you want to. If you get tired of speaking because they don't speak, but love them anyway, right? And okay, so we're like this, and we're good. We are really good, but there's always bumps in the road in any relationship. I don't care if it's a father, a son, a mother, or a daughter, siblings, church, on the job, wherever. There's always going to be bumps in the road. Everything's not just like this. Or, you're going to have some falls. But think about that agape love. And think about what God would do. And how many people He has to love. And the very few people we have to love.
Yes.
You good?
I'm good.
You don't have anything else to add?
I think that's everything. Just ask yourself, in your relationship, do I love this person enough to endure? Do I love this person enough to endure? Do I love them enough to forgive? Do I love them enough to help them get to the next place they need to be in life? So just ask yourself those questions.
Endure to the end. There's far too many divorces in the world. Been through it? Not a good feeling. All right, so thank you so very much. We are about to leave out of here and go on vacation, but we will see you in 7 days. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we will see you soon.